Sure. Yeah, we can talk about that on dose. In fact, we're going to do that right now. Hey, I'm Robert. That's my pal Susan.
I'm going to turn on a timer. Let me see if we can actually limit this to five
Oh, we
minutes.
can do that. Well, regardless, we'll talk because we talk. That's what we do. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you don't know what we do, this is it. We make it up on the spot based on being here for each other, being present, and the importance of that.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed, life, whatever life has thrown at us this hour, this moment. What have you been doing lately?
Well, the hero's journey was the conversation. It is the bedrock, Joseph Campbell's work of one of our two programs, the Day One PD Superheroes program. Um, Joseph Campbell's known, I think, at large societally. People know the name, and that's nice. I don't think people understand the applicability of his work, and that is exactly what we do in the Day One program. And here's the funny twist: is not only did I used it got me into the screenwriting world when I was studying at UCLA. It's like that helped me understand storytelling. Awesome. And I've used it for 25 years because of that. And then I applied it here to people with Parkinson's to understand after hearing their stories time and time again to say, you know what, this could probably fit into a hero's journey. Did that. And now as I'm writing up the results for this paper, my dear friend Annie Wiseman, who needs to join us soon, and my dear mentor James Navalta, who also needs to join us soon, said, you know what? You should tell your hero's journey about the PhD program you just went through,
As
or
a
are
part of,
wrapping up.
as a part of your PhD.
As a part of the dissertation, as a lead, and that's what I started this week
I would
was
love that.
to write, my hero's journey using the 12 steps as we've defined them to summarize the 3+ years of what I've gone through in this program. And it's what's nice is, I mean, even people who only know my story on the periphery, I keep hearing, wow, that's just an amazing story. That's an amazing story. I'm like, okay, as a guy who's lived his life as a storyteller, I shouldn't turn my back on the story. I should probably tell this story.
Yeah. So you did survive those 3 years. You did go through that cave,
Yeah.
come out, and what what did you learn? What did
Well,
you bring back home with you?
I think what the big thing that I offer is also the thing that I've taken, right? We talk about confidence, creativity, and communication. I like those as takeaways. And not only that, we have two distinct programs to offer those in a medium I wouldn't have dreamed possible, this one being online, and a nonprofit that houses all those things. So there's organizing principles, I think, that came out of all of this journey, right? The ordinary world, if you would take it before I started, was one where had a long history with Parkinson's, had a long history with improvisation, a long history with exercise, a long history with storytelling and media making. How do those go together? How the frick do those things go together? So that's what the hero's journey is, I think, is taking those and drawing the lines and correlating all that. Whoops, I'm hearing people come in. I'll close my door. I may be turning into a pumpkin.
Understand.
However, we have a minute and a half at least. So that's the answer to your question. I think that's what's coming out. I haven't written it all. I've given my top level hero's journey. It was fun to write. And as I finish my papers, and submit them all. One submitted, I think the second will be this week. Soon will be the third. Now, when I wrap it all into a single dissertation, we'll see how it applies.
So are you saying that if of the 12 steps, you've only written down, let's say 8 or 9 or 10 of them?
Oh no, well, I've written what because I can reasonably write 11. It wouldn't be fair to say I could fairly write 12 at this point because I'm not there.
Not quite home yet, right?
Right.
Understand.
I can envision what it feels like. So to your question, what is
Yes.
the takeaway? I'm kind of there, and I will put some version of it down, and that'll evolve, and that's okay too.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I'll give the best answer I can.
Mine evolved, and I've looked at different parts of my life through that lens and that perspective. And it's so helpful. And so it makes sense that you couldn't write the 12th step because you're not there yet. But it also makes sense that you can feel what it will be, what you know who you are now.
Well, back to what we said about subtle influence, I think
Yeah.
we can influence the outcome. We can't control it. However, we can influence it. And part of the reason to know your story and to write your story is to do exactly that, to influence the result, the outcome in a positive way. And with that,
And with that,
that's your dose.